Alright guys, how's it going? Famine52 back again, and in today's episode I hope you have a lot of gill, because today we start our bribing. Let's get going. Alright everyone, welcome back. So in the last episode we went through the Omega Ruins, captured all the fiends in there, got the Albed Primer, bribed Ultima Weapon for 99 pendulums, simply because we could, as well as took on Omega Weapon, and yeah, did all that sort of good stuff. In today's episode we are going to go ahead and start our bribing, which is going to be very expensive, so I definitely recommend, at the very least, you fight a couple of the mimics in the Omega Ruins just to get up a nice little supply of gill, because I'm not quite sure if we're going to be strong enough to take on my main method of getting gill, but we'll be covering that mostly in the next episode. But before we go ahead and head on down to the Comlands, we need to go talk to Rin, because he has a reward for us for completing the Albed language. Alright, so here he is. Let's go ahead and talk to him real quick.
May I help you?
Yes, you can indeed, Ren. But not by actually selling anything to us. Let's go ahead and leave.
Thank you. Your patronage is very much appreciated. If there's anything I can help you with in the future, just ask.
Ace,
I am in your debt.
Janoku.
Very good.
Wiraja Fam.
You have well learned our tongue.
Eiko,
Easy once you know the trick. To think the day would come that you could talk so, it is joyous indeed. I am happy too. Here, present to congratulate your success. And for completing the Albed language and talking to Ren right here, he gives us 99 underdog secrets.
Drigwy.
Thank you. And that can be pretty useful in no sphere upgrade games, because our mastery of the Albed language in this file, we can actually transfer over to any of our other files. And once we get access to the airship after Unalesca, we can talk to Ren again, and he'll give us the 99 underdog secrets. And yeah, that can be very useful. But anyway, in order to bribe, we need to fight fiends, and luckily we have captured all of the fiends in the game, so let's go ahead and head to the monster arena, and I'll meet you guys there. Alright guys, so here we are back at the monster arena, and because we just finished the Omega Ruins, captured 10 of every fiend in there, this gentleman right here actually has quite a lot for us before we can go ahead and get bribing. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut around here. I'm not going to show any of the fiends. That's a lie. I'm going to show one. I'm going to show One Eye. Because there is a chance that some of you might actually be strong enough to take him on right now. And he is my main source of gill farming. At least for right now. And so I'll go ahead and show him real quick and do all that sort of stuff. But let's go ahead and turn in our collection and get our rewards. So for catching all of the lizards throughout the game, we get 99 stamina spring. For collecting all of the elements throughout the game, we unlock not only the negative elemental or the dark elemental in the monster arena, we also unlock 99 star curtains. Alright, and for collecting all of the flying eyes throughout the game, we get 60 stamina tablets. And let's go ahead and fight this guy real quick. Alright guys, so this is One Eye. He has 150,000 HP. So for a party of my strength, I could beat him in 2 or 3 attacks, which luckily means he's not going to be able to get an attack. But as you can see, he takes half damage from all elements, and he has a constant regen effect on him. Be warned, he does also like to ambush, and his basic attack is able to deal confusion and berserk. So if you're going to try to take this guy on and all that stuff, Whoa, I do not have my Celestials on. You might want to think about putting on weapons and equipment that A, prevent ambush, and B, prevent confusion and berserk. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take care of this guy real quick. You can steal some lunar curtains from him. And you know what, let's go ahead and let Riku do the killing blow. Just so we can try to see what his rare steel is. And of course we missed the rare steel. Let's try that one more time, and then if that doesn't work, I'll take him out with Titus. Okay, so I wasn't able to get the rare steel. That's unfortunate, but I mean, at this point, it's not really all that noteworthy what his steals are, because we're about to get a whole lot of things. But for defeating him, we get a magic defense sphere, as well as a horn to the or a horn of the Ronso, which is actually another thing that we need for something that we're going to be doing in our next episode. But let's go ahead and see what that one is real quick. And it's actually the exact one that we need. It comes with triple AP and 2 empty slots. While we're fighting him, we're going to be getting a lot of equipment. Like we'll get triple AP with like 1 open slot and like some armors and other weapons that aren't really what we need or care about right now. So just be aware of that. But anyway, for capturing all of the fiends in the Omega dungeons, we unlock the designer wallet. Just to show you guys what I was talking about before I talked to him about the Omega ruins, this triple AP weapon with 2 empty slots will actually sell for 67,556 gil, and that is on the low end of some of the things that you can collect from him. So great source of gil, great source of what we're going to be doing for our AP farm in the next episode, and all around, One Eye is just a good fiend to kill over and over and over and over and over again. Alright, and for capturing, I believe this is at least one of every fiend throughout the game, we unlock 99 gold hourglasses, and I believe that's going to be the slug, which we are nowhere near strong enough to fight. Alright, and for catching all the bombs throughout the game, we unlock 60 turbo ethers as well as king bomb. I'm sorry guys, for catching one of every fiend throughout the game, that's what we do to unlock winning formula times 99 and null slug as well. What I was talking about before for the gold hourglasses was actually all of the armored, like little squat armored dudes. Our reward for catching 5 of every fiend throughout the game is going to be 99 dark matter, which is very useful. And we also unlock Ultima Buster for this. Alright, so that is going to be all of our rewards for capturing everything throughout the game. So next up, we're actually going to be doing the subject of this video, which is going to be bribing. But there is some things that I want to go over before we just go ahead and hop on into that. Because there are some mechanics that the game doesn't really tell you about when it comes to bribing. You can get various amounts of rewards depending on how much you bribe. And the bribe's chance varies depending on how much you try to bribe. So just a quick little list right here is this is for accuracy's sake. If you try to bribe the fiend for 10 times its maximum hit points, that bribe has a 25% chance of succeeding. If you try to bribe for 15 times its maximum hit points, it has a 50% chance of succeeding. If you try to bribe for 20% of its maximum HP, it has a 75% chance of succeeding. And if you bribe for 25% of a creature's maximum hit points, you will always succeed on that with a 100% chance. And that, of course, is going to give you your highest yield when it comes to what they're going to give you. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start our bribes. And our first fiend that we're going to bribe is actually here in the Calm Lands, but it's so much easier to get him to spawn in the monster arena. and that's going to be Chimera Brain. Alright guys, so what we're going to be bribing from the Chimera Brain is going to be level 4 key spheres. Now if you're playing on the expert grid and you are overkilling all of your bosses and all of that stuff, you really don't need to do this. Because throughout the course of the main game, if you're overkilling all of your bosses, overkilled Omega, did all of that, the game itself gives you, I believe it's 14 level 4 key spheres. And there's only, I believe, 13 level 4 nodes on the expert sphere grid. Now, if you are using the standard grid, you're going to be using this guy quite a bit. Because I believe on the standard grid, all the research I have done shows that there is anywhere between 24 and 36 level 4 nodes on that grid. And I'm assuming you want to be able to unlock everything before we are able to steal them from Nemesis. So the best way to do it, really the only way to do it, is to go ahead and bribe this guy. And the bribe amount that you want to give him is going to be 196,000 gill. And doing that should yield 2 level 4 key spheres. And there we go, we got our 2 level 4 key spheres. Alright, now that we know how to get our level 4 key spheres, our next fiend that we're going to be fighting is going to be the Anacondor, again here in the Calmlands. And what we're going to be getting from him are going to be healing waters. And we want to bribe him for roughly 116,000 gil. So let's go ahead and give that a shot and see if we are able to get the average 16 out of him in one go. So we got 12, which, I mean, it's a little bit less than I was hoping for, but that is perfectly alright. But this is actually a great time to let you guys know one of the best strategies when it comes to bribing. In between every bribe, there's already a save sphere right here. Go ahead and save your game, bribe the amount that you're supposed to bribe, and if you don't get the number of items that you're supposed to get, just reset your game and try again. Chances are you'll get it on the second or third try, because RNG is weird like that. And it's not the end of the world if you do get a few less than what you're supposed to get, because a lot of these amounts at this point in the game aren't that much. But there's going to be one here coming up in a little bit that I definitely do recommend saving and reloading if you don't get the amount that you're supposed to get, because it is a lot of gil, but we'll go ahead and cover that bridge when we get to it. Our next target is going to be the Ghost here in the Cavern of Stolen Faith. And what we're going to be getting out of this guy is going to be essential for our, what's it called? For our auto phoenixes, because if we bribe him 200,000 gil, we should be getting about 38 mega phoenixes. And if I remember correctly, we only need about 20 per auto phoenix. So this guy is going to be very useful, and I got 34. Of course I would get less. Up next is going to be very situational. It's going to be the Master Coral that we got in the Omega Ruins. And if we bribe him 260,000 gil, we will have purchased a single warp sphere. I don't personally use warp spheres all that much. I find grinding AP at this point in the game is relatively easy, or what have you. But as you saw right there, we missed. Now, this is the perfect time to show another aspect when it comes to bribing. Is if you miss, go ahead and bribe again, but only bribe them for 1 gil, because that first amount that you gave them still counts towards their running total. So if you bribe them 1 gill, there is a chance that they will accept that bribe at that point and go ahead and leave. Hey, we got 2 warp spheres, nice. And it used to be in the North American version that you could bribe them 0 and it will still count towards your amount, but in the international version, which the HD remaster is ported off of, that no longer works. So go ahead and bribe them 1 gill if you fail, and then if that doesn't work, bribe them another gill. Eventually they will accept your bribe and get on up out of there. Our next fiend is also going to be in the Omega Ruins. It is going to be this guy whose name I have difficulty pronouncing. I want to say it's Machia. And bribing this guy 360,000 gil will yield us a few chocobo wings. That's what I'm looking for. And we should be getting about 60 of them. We need 80 for auto haste. So what we could either do to make sure we get the 80 is once we finish that first bribe, we can go back in there and bribe him for half of our original amount, which is going to be about 180,000 gil. I did not mean to go to you, Jumbo Flan. I do not need you, sir. And or madam. Omega Ruins, that guy right there. But anyway, as I was saying, if we bribe this guy for 180,000 gil at this point, if he accepts it, which he did on the first time, let's go ahead and bribe him 1 more gil. And again, he did not accept it, so 1 more gil it is. But anyway, we should be getting about 20 to 30 when he accepts it, which should be enough to cover our remaining cost on the chocobo wings that we need. And we actually got 37 that time, so that is great. This next one is going to be real useful for those of you that don't really want to fight Earth Eater a couple hundred times, because it is the male spike, and if we bribe this guy 200,000 gil, we have a little workaround for our, what are they called? For our Lux Spheres, because bribing him 200,000 gil will give us, it's supposed to be 1 attribute sphere. Every once in a while I'll get 2. And we could use those instead of the Lux Spheres to unlock Luck Nodes. Up next, again in the Cavern of Soul and Faith, is going to be the Vola. And this guy is going to be very useful for when we're taking on Nemesis and using auto potion, all that stuff. Because if we bribe him about 174,000 gil, we should, I don't know why I did it that way, that was a super way to do it. But anyway, we should be getting about 60 X potions. And this guy's a great source of X potions, and they are very useful when you are fighting endgame bosses. And we got 56. And as you guys saw, my gil is running a little low right there for what I need to do next. So normally at this point I would go ahead and go over and fight One Eye for a little bit, and then sell all of my undesirable weapons and armor just to make up some gil. But because I'm on the Steam version and I can do this to show you guys, let's go ahead and turn on our max gil right here. Yep, let's go ahead and do that. Exit on out of there. And as you can see, we now have, what is that? 999,999,999 gil, which is very useful, especially for this next guy we're going to be bribing, which is going to be located in Beaconell Island, and it is going to be the Sandworm. And I do definitely recommend saving your game before going into this fight. I already have 99 winning formulas, so it doesn't really matter to me how much I get, but you are supposed to be getting about 15 winning formulas for bribing this guy. You can get as low as 10. I've gotten as high as 18 before for the regular amount that we bribe him. So let's go ahead and bribe him 900,000 gill, which is the amount that we are supposed to be bribing him. And he runs away. We have our little victory dance. And he gave us 10 winning formula. So at this point, I would normally reset the game, bribe him again, and do that until I get 15 of them. Now, just out of curiosity, I want to do a little experiment now that I have all of this money. Let's go ahead and load him up again. And how much health do you have, sir? 450,000? No, 45,000. Sorry, I'm so used to the in-game bosses. I added an extra 0. So 45,000 times 25 equals 1,125,000. Just for giggles. Let's see what happens if we bribe him that much. That was 1,125,000. This on paper is going to be our 100% success rate and should yield us the highest amount of winning formulas. And we got 19. So of course there is going to be some variance right there, but that is a guaranteed success, and you should get the highest amount out of that should you be doing it. Do I recommend it? I mean, is it that much more than 900,000 gill? I mean, it's almost 200,000 more. That's 2 battles against the mimics in the Omega Ruins. So, personally for me, I'd probably do it myself. But for you, that's up to you to decide. Alright, so the rest of the fiends throughout this video, while not necessarily essential for getting like great weapons, armor, AP weapons, all that stuff, definitely can go towards some little slice of life, like make things easier for you, sort of encounters. The first one we're going to do, I believe, is in the Calm Lands. Yep, there he is. That is going to be the Coral. And if we bribe him 120,000 gill, again, you guys choose if any of the rest of this stuff is worth it for you. Hey, I missed, really? Come on. Take your money and get out of here. You have cat things to buy with that much gill. But anyway, for 120,000 gill, we purchase a friend sphere. Do you need it? You decide for yourself. Up next, we actually have 2 enemies that we could bribe for what we're going up against. In the Cavern of Soul and Faith, we could either use the Dark Elemental and bribe him 36,000 gill for 3 of them. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the Mandrakora. No, the Mandrakora. Which, are you considered a Mount Gagazet fiend? Yes, you are. And we need to bribe him 620,000 gill. And we should be receiving 24 return spheres. And if we were to bribe the Dark Element, we would have gotten 3 of them. So yeah, there we go. We got the 24 right there. Up next is going to be the Barbatos. That is a inside Sin fiend. This armored artillery unit right here. And by bribing him for 1,900,000 gill. That is not nearly far enough. 1,900,000 gill. We can purchase 20 teleport spheres. Really, that missed? Let's go ahead and offer him one more. There we go. Let's see how many we got. We got 19. I feel oddly gypped about that, even though I'm probably never going to use teleport spheres. Up next is going to be the black element from the Omega Ruins. And we're going to be bribing this guy 152,000 gill. And doing so should get us 2 black magic spheres, which are useful for putting, I believe it's magic time or magic plus 20% on your weapons. So there we go. Alright, we just got the black magic sphere. Let's go ahead and get the white magic sphere from the Dark Flan here in Mount Gagset. And for this, we are looking to bribe this guy 256,000 gil. And again, we should be getting 2 of these guys. So if you need to teach one of your player or one of your characters holy and you can't quite get there, there's that for you. And just out of curiosity, can we customize anything with white magic spheres? I don't think I've ever actually tried. So 1 white magic sphere will give an armor magic defense plus 10%. And that appears to be it for the white magic sphere. So, I mean, could be useful if your magic defense is lacking. Up next is going to be the zoo right here from Beacon Out Island. And we're going to be bribing this guy 360,000 gil. And doing so, we should get 2 skill spheres. Again, you could use these to teach a party member a particular skill that somebody else has if they are not able to get to it. Up next is going to be another creature that we find inside Sin, and that is going to be the adamantoids right here. And if we bribe this guy, what is it? 1,100,000 gil. We get, hopefully, of course we missed because I said hopefully, didn't we? That's why we missed, isn't it? Let's go ahead and bribe him 1 more gil. Be gone, turtle. Anyway, for doing all that, we get 5. Well, we're supposed to get 6 special spheres, which are used for teaching special abilities and all that good stuff. Up next, we're going to be going after mega elixirs, and we could either use the Xiphos here from the where are we again? From Macalania, and bribe him 54,000 gil for 1 of them, or we can go to, what was it, the Omega Dungeons? Yes, it is. And bribe the Varuna for 1,120,000 gil, and get 20 of them. Yep, that is right there. 1,120,000 gil. Really? You're going to. Do you understand how much gil that is, sir? Let's go ahead and give him 1 more. And be gone, demon. And for doing that, we got 17. We are supposed to be getting about 20. Up next, we could either use the Marlboro here in the Comlands, bribe him 540,000 gil to get 4 Wings to Discovery, or in the Omega Dungeons, here's hoping that this guy... Actually, no, I forgot that he is considered an inside sin monster. We could bribe the Great Marlboro, hoping he doesn't kill us outright. And we got ambushed. Here's hoping that this works in one. The number that we are aiming for is 128,000 or 1,100,000. Wow, my brain is all sorts of messed up right now because of that ambush. We are looking for 1,280,000 gill. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do 1,300,000 gill. Just up that price a little bit, give us a little bit better chance of success so that he doesn't bad breath us right away and cause us to kill our whole party. And doing this, we are aiming for about 7 wings to discovery, which is useful for triple overdrive on a weapon should we not be able to get it from one eye for some reason. And there we go, we got 7. Our next target is going to be the grendel here on Mount Gagazet. And we are going to be bribing him 190,000 gill in the hopes of getting 60 mega potions. Did I say 190? Yeah, I meant 190. So let's see what this looks like, shall we? See how lucky we is. Well, he accepted it, but how much is it going to give us, guys? Yep, we got 60. Very nice. Alright, and next up are going to be turbo ethers. And we could do this at a couple of different enemies. We could either use the Fungar here at the Mushroom Rock, bribe him 10,800 gill for 2 turbo ethers. Or we can go to the Cavern of Soul and Faith, go down here to the Thorn, give him 81,600 gill for 16 turbo ethers. Or if we are inside Sin, we can go ahead and go to the X-Array here and give him 148,000 gill. I'm going to go ahead and do 105 or 150,000. And we should be getting roughly 30 from him. And of course we miss. We always miss. Well, we don't always miss, but it's one of those things like with Blitzball. When I get confident, we just miss. Let's go ahead and give him an extra gill. Get him up out of here. And we got 31 turbo ethers for that. Alright guys, well that is my opinion on some of the items in the game that I personally recommend bribing for, and a couple of other things that, while I don't really find all that useful, I do understand that some others might, so went ahead and showed them in here. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope your coin purses are a little bit lighter and you are all the happier for it. That's going to be the end of this video. In between videos, I'm going to go ahead and farm up that one eye a couple times so I can get all of the weapons that I need. And yeah, I'll be back once I got all of those guys. But until then, guys, this is Fam52 signing out, and peace out.